dangerous gang activity, transnational criminal organizations, and illegal immigration flow across our border.
This week, the president said the military is needed to help secure the border until a massive wall is completed. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders.
And we're not going to just have an open border.
In Washington, I'm Terry Moore, NBC News Radio.
All right, thank you, Terry. Your forecast for today, 78 degrees in Riverside, cooling off to 55 degrees tonight, then heating right back up to 77 degrees tomorrow. With the Inland News Update, I'm Blake Trolley.
What if I told you you'd never have to make a house payment again? What if you could pay off much-needed home repairs and even create an income stream based on the value of your home? If you're 62 years old or older, you could be eligible for a reverse mortgage. Call Tim Harrison and find out if a reverse mortgage is right for you. Call Tim at 800-566-2475. That's 800-566-2475. Tim Harrison, branch manager, NMLS number 170960. Broadview Mortgage Corporation is licensed by the Department of Business Oversight under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act. License number 170952. Registered with the Nationwide Mortgage Licensing System and registry number 813B544. Broadview Mortgage, equal housing lender. Remember, if you never want to make a house payment again, except for property taxes, maintenance, and insurance, that's 800-566-2475. That's 800-566-2475.
Disney on Ice presents Frozen.
Elsa, do you want to build a snowman?
All the adventure, all the moments. Join Anna, Elsa, Olaf, and your Disney favorites when Disney on Ice presents Frozen, the show worth melting for. Tickets start at $20. Restrictions and additional charges may apply. Coming to Long Beach Arena April 19th through 22nd and Citizens Business Bank Arena April 26th through 29th. Visit Ticketmaster.com for details.
KCAA.
Welcome and listening to a radio station where
it's controlled chaos. Stomping the IE and the world on 1050 AM KCAA. NBC News Talk Radio.
Controlled chaos.
all that summer, in case you don't recall, I was yours and you were mine. Forget it all. Is there a line that I could write? I sad enough to make you cry. And all the lines you wrote to me were lies.
Little gin blossoms for you.
Did you love me only in my head? The things you said and did to me seem to come so easily. Love I thought I won you willingly.
found out about you, honey. Yeah. Found out all about you. Anyways, the Jim Blossoms will be playing the Spa Casino concert under the palms this Saturday night. Spa Casino in Palm Springs. I will be going there. I will be there. You can still get tickets, by the way. And I'll tell you, it's a great venue, man. I went to Loverboy and Night Ranger. This is the last concert of the season. So, anyways, check out the Spa Casino in Palm Springs. I'll be there Saturday night, checking it out. Yeah, this is AM radio, by the way. Yeah, found out about you, honey. I found out about the Jew. What? Oh, I found out about you, not the Jew. All right, it is Controlled Chaos, KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver. How are you? Yes, that was the Jim Blossoms. I'm looking forward to Saturday night concert under the palms at the Spa Casino. I'm telling you, man, I think you get tickets for like $30 or $40 to see the Jim Blossoms. And it's like sitting in the front row, man. I mean, it's, when I went to see Loverboy and Night Ranger over there, I mean, we're right there, man. I mean, you're right there. You're like front row for like $30, $40. It's amazing. So anyways, you can still get tickets. So just call the Spa Casino in Palm Springs and ask them how to get tickets. And it's fun if you want to just spend, and the music's great. The Jim Blossoms kick ass. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. I've never seen them either. So 3 bands I have never seen before: Loverboy, Night Ranger, and the Jim Blossoms have played or are going to play, in the case of the Jim Blossoms, at the Spa Casino Resort. I am Gary Garver. How are you? It is, man, this is like my favorite weekend, one of my favorite weekends of the year, because I am a golf nut, and the Masters is playing this week from Thursday to Sunday. Tiger Woods just teed off. I've been watching it. In fact, I'd rather just, should we just listen to Tiger Woods play golf and let me just go home? Because I can put up the audio right now, and you can do a play-by-play of Tiger Woods playing. It's a great story. Tiger Woods coming back to the Masters for the first time in like 3 years. So I just can't wait to get home watching the Masters. By the way, I don't know if you listened to the show yesterday. I went and played golf, and I was looking to shoot like about an 81, 82. I actually shot 84, but my putting sucks, man. If I could putt, I'm telling you, if I could putt like I used to back in the day, probably be in the 70s, man, again. I'd be playing in the 70s. I'm hitting the ball just as good as I did 20, 25 years ago. So anyways, I'm just really looking forward to it. And I made a ton of bets, because the cool thing about betting on golf and the Masters or any golf tournament is the odds. You can get like really good players at 50-1. Last year, in fact, and I'm not BSing about this, I took Sergio Garcia to win the Masters last year at 37-1. Lo and behold, he won. On a $10 bet, I won $370. This is no joke. So anyways, I got a bunch of players. I got like about 10 bets on different players and stuff like that, from Tiger to Rory McIlroy, Phil Mickelson, Bubba Watson. So I'm really looking forward to going to see the Jim Blossom Saturday night and watching golf the rest of the week, the weekend. So this is one of my favorite weekends of the year for sure. Hey, listen, we got a bunch of stories. In fact, I got a guest coming in a few minutes. But can I just say something about GPS? Because I have a couple guests coming in. We're supposed to come in today, and they're using this GPS system, okay? And it completely screws everybody up all the time. All I hear about this when there's like, oh, my GPS system told me to go here. My GPS system told me to go there, and I punched in the wrong thing, or I punched in the wrong this and that. You know what? I do it the old-fashioned way. That's why I have a flip phone. If you're watching KCAAradio.com, this is no BS. I have a flip phone. There's a reason I have a flip phone, because it doesn't control my mind. This flip phone, I can slam it against the wall right now. It will break, and I'll put it back together like Humpty Dumpty, and it will work. These GPS systems are nutty. I mean, I think they just do it I think these GPS systems have their own like mind or brain to screw people up, to screw the human race up. Because every time somebody tells me, like today, I'm telling you, the guest I have on coming up in a minute, she's at the door right now. I can't really go open the door for her right now, but I will in a minute. She used her GPS, and it completely took her off track. Another guest I had a couple days ago, GPS completely took them off track. So I do it the old-fashioned way. I go to Google Maps, and I write down I put the address in and where I'm coming from, and I literally, on my yellow pad of paper right here, I write the address down. I write the directions down. So I go left here, right here, left, a mile down, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? I never get screwed up. I always find the place, no matter how crazy it is to get there. I always find the place. Forget these GPSs, man. I mean, and by the way, you might punch in the wrong address or the wrong street, or maybe you won't punch in anything wrong. It's just nutty, man. I don't know why people use these things. I'm just thankful that I'm just not into technology at all, man. I really am. I don't want to be controlled by some robot telling me to do this or do that, and then they just throw you completely off, you know, and then you get screwed up, and you're like, oh, my God, you're being controlled by robots when you do this. People of Earth, humans, okay? That's why I'm an alien. That's why I'm an alien, because I don't have to use that stuff. I know, as an alien, I know that the robots are starting to control the humans, okay? They're not going to control this alien/human, because I am a little bit of human, because I got a heart, and I got to breathe, and I got to eat, and I got to, you know, go number 2 every now and then, which I did just, oh, my God. And by the way, I had the worst farts for the last like couple days. It's just terrible. You know, I mean, luckily I haven't farted yet in the studio, but I'm telling you, man. I don't know. Maybe my system's cleansing myself. I don't know. I'm cleansing myself from the demons from the last like month. All right, it is Controlled Chaos. I got to go run and let my guest in the studio. Okay, we'll be back after this.
It's Controlled Chaos. Stomping the IE and the world on 1050 AM KCAA. NBC News Talk Radio.
Donald Carpenter here. I'm the host of the Family Man's Faith and Finance Show Mondays at 3 o'clock. You know the number one reason married couples fight? Money. The number one lesson people wish they'd learn in school? Money. Listen, I've got over 20 years of experience in asset management and financial planning. Together, we can make the most of the money you make. We can take care of you and your family's finances. We can teach you how to build and strengthen a family financial fortress that can help protect you for years to come. We'll help you do it. Give me a call, 310-777-6777, and we'll help you manage these volatile markets and make better choices for your family's financial future. Call me, 310-777-6777, or shoot me an email, donald@f3assetmanagement.com. And don't forget to catch the Family Man's Faith and Finance Show Mondays at 3 o'clock on KCAA Radio.
Are you ready to play some golf for a great cause? Well, it's time for the 13th Annual Future Stars Charity Golf Tournament. This year's tournament will take place Monday, May 7th at La Cañada Flint Ridge Country Club. Your participation will help Future Stars provide hundreds of scholarships to the children that attend Future Stars basketball camp. A little effort from a lot of people can go a long way. Please participate by playing, donating, or attending the Future Stars Awards Banquet. Team winners this year will even have more opportunities to win amazing prizes and a fabulous vacation. Any act of kindness or generosity is greatly appreciated. For more information and to register, go to futurestarscamp.org/golf. That's futurestarscamp.org/golf. The Future Stars Charity Golf Tournament happening May 7th at La Cañada Flint Ridge Country Club. A great time will be had by all.
Are you having trouble getting a good night's sleep? Is it affecting your work and personal life? Do you snore so loud that you rattle the walls? Well, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab will provide you with a personal sleep study to help you find out how to get a great night of rest. Snoring, weight gain, health issues, and stress are some of the contributing factors for lack of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab will do a complete study, including evaluating you with an overnight study of your sleep patterns. With locations in Glendora, Anaheim, Encino, and Los Angeles, South Pacific Sleep Lab can provide you with the help you need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by calling 310-999-1887 to schedule an appointment today. That's 310-999-1887. Start resting easy and sleeping sound today.
This is Gary Garver. If you're a coffee drinker like I am, enjoy special brews that have a unique taste, I have the perfect premium selection for you, Volcanic Red Coffee. Volcanic Red Coffee receives its great green coffee beans from all over the world. I dig the Panama Bouquet in the morning right before I do the Controlled Chaos radio show. Volcanic Red Coffee takes great pride in making sure your coffee is as fresh as if you picked the coffee beans yourself. If you want the freshest coffee experience, customized specifically for you and delivered to your door within just a few days of the coffee being roasted, Volcanic Red Coffee is the one to choose. Right now, Volcanic Red Coffee is offering a 25% discount on all coffee products. Go to volcanicredcoffee.com. That's volcanicredcoffee.com and type in the promo code KCAA25 to receive a 25% discount. That's promo code KCAA25.
I'm Jim O'Hare. I'm here to help raise awareness for CADASIL, a genetic disorder that affects 1 in 25,000 people. CADASIL can cause strokes in young adults, leading to memory loss and dementia. Patients may experience migraines with aura and mood disorders as early as 20 years old. Presently, CADASIL is being underdiagnosed and often misdiagnosed as MS or some other neurological disorder. So please visit curecadasil.org and learn more about this devastating disease and learn what you can do to help find a cure.
Yeah, I know, but you can't get in on her questions. But if you wait nicely...
She cut in front of me. She cut in front of me.
But she has a camera. You have a radio. You know how it goes.
Okay.
All right, but I'll come over there. Are you one of the scary morning people who are going to ask horrible things? You got that look. Are you?
Do I have that look?
You do. You got the look like, watch me do something I would have in second grade. Here you go. Go ahead. Say it.
I just want to know, are you friends with Howard Stern? Is that a horrible question to ask?
They have a camera. They only have a radio, so it doesn't matter. You could keep asking. Yes. Go.
Brooke is here tonight.
This guy's even embarrassed to be with you now. Look at his face.
He's not with me.
He's not? Maybe that's why. You can go away, because I'm not going to talk to you. So
Why not? I thought you and Howard...
Your face.
No. I like my face?
I don't enjoy you.
You enjoy mine?
Why?
I do.
Look my face.
With him for me? Thank you.
How? That's enough. Thank you.
I'll be right back.
Thank you very much.
You can get him now. He has no camera. Just remove it. Hi.
Why do you
I don't enjoy you.
Why don't you like me?
He's being rude.
What'd I do? I did not.
He really wasn't being rude at all.
How are you? How you doing? How you doing, Scott? I'm Gary.
Hi,
Gary. Ugly face. Who said that? Rosie said I had a horrible
I
face.
didn't enjoy your face.
What does that mean? Does that mean I'm not good looking or what?
No, it just means you had the intent to harm in your eyes.
I know. Harm and lie?
In your eyes.
Rosie, get out of here. We need to get going. We need to get going. I'll eat.
Boy, she really hates him.
This is a riot.
I'll go. I'll go.
Here's me, in case you need me. Tell Howie we said hi.
Sorry about that.
And I love Gary. I love the other Gary. Well, I don't know you.
I'm a good guy. I'm a good person.
Gary Garver, Jew of the... Oh, what can we say that's not going to piss him off? Never mind.
All right, it's Controlled Chaos. I need to turn up my headphones. There we go. I like them nice and loud. All right, Controlled Chaos, KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. Also iHeartRadio, iHeart.com. I'm Gary Garver. How are you? Yeah, Tiger Woods is even par so far. I'm keeping you updated on Tiger Woods and the Masters because you know, that's what I really care about. I don't care about the homeless plight or anything. You know, of course I do. All right, it is Gary Garver here. Yes, my guest is here right now. She's a reverend and she's got, I mean, she's very, very well versed on a lot of things. She's also a classical pianist, which is amazing. She's a reverend, and she has this ministry called the Revolution of Love. It's Felicia Perezider. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, Gary?
You made it.
I made it. Oh my God, a very dramatic opening, but I'm here. So
Well, that's cool. You know, like I was just saying before the break, man. These GPSs, man. I mean, they're mind control.
oh yeah, you end up in a field
Yeah.
in the middle of nowhere. It's like, how did I get here?
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyways, driving in the morning is a nightmare, anyways. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And then trying to get lost. You know, it's a panic situation, but it's okay. You made it, and we're here, and we're going to do the show. So, Felicia, tell us a little about. First of all, you're a reverend. When did you become a reverend?
So I was ordained in 2012. Actually, the anniversary of that just passed. So on St. Patty's Day.
Oh,
So,
congratulations!
yeah,
You didn't get drunk when you didn't on St. Patty. Hey, I become a reverend.
there you
Let's shoot a couple down now. You know what I mean? No. Anyways, well, that's cool. Happy anniversary. And what made you become a reverend?
Actually, I had several struggles, several plights, and so I come from the music business.
Right. Your
And-
dad. I guess your dad founded Chicago, the band
Yes.
Chicago.
He did.
Really?
He certainly did. And so I grew up in the insanity and the chaos. I wouldn't say controlled chaos. I would say just the absolute chaos.
Complete chaos.
Yeah, complete chaos of the music business. And so, yeah, I was raised up in all that, and of course had a ton of struggles and addictive cycles, as is often, goes with the hedonism that is the music business.
Right.
So anyway, and actually by the age of 25, I had sort of crashed and burned. Not to get too heavy and like a Debbie Downer on this show.
No,
but-
it's cool. I mean, listen, I've been a Gary Downer the last like 3 or 4 weeks because I'm a caregiver for my younger brother Scott. Has a very rare brain illness, genetic illness called CADASIL, CADASIL, which is nobody can help him out. I mean, he went from being a personal trainer and a scratch golfer to being disabled, not being able to see, not being able to really move that well. And the last like 3 weeks, I've been taking care of him for 4 years as his caregiver. But the last like 3-4 weeks have been like really, really tough. But I think and I want to talk to you about demons and demonic things and stuff like that, because I do believe in them. I do believe they try to control your life and try to take you out. Were you going through something like that? Did you feel like there was a demon that was trying to take you out, or what was your plight? Because you became a reverend over it.
Right.
I'm not that heavy. I'm heavy. I ain't that heavy.
Ain't that heavy.
No, because I like to, I still like, I don't think I could be a kind of reverend, like drink and gamble and like the ladies and stuff like that. Is that okay? Is that okay to be a reverend and do that?
You would be surprised how many people of the cloth are,
Well, I know
are
that.
very indulgent, but I
know that.
I mean, well, and, yeah,
I feel it'd be sacrilegious for me to do that and like, get loaded, and all that and then gamble. Like, praise God, you guys are sinning, and I'm half on the bag. So, anyways.
Well, yeah, for me, actually, like I mentioned, I really crashed and burned by the time I was 25.
That's
like from
young.
23 to 25. I mean,
What happened? Like what happened?
I was drinking, I was drugging, I was doing it all. Yeah, eating disorders. I mean, you name it, I did it. And so I really am. I mean, kidding aside, I am really blessed to be here. I always say I'm like a cat with 9 lives, and I use quite a few of them up. And so
got 2 left, huh?
yeah, I gotta at least. I don't know, but it's been an amazing journey ever since. But I certainly never thought, like when I first started kind of smoothing out and straightening out, I didn't think that like I was going to end up doing any kind of ministry work.
Right.
I knew that I loved being of service, so that was something. Actually, going down to Skid Row and working with the homeless, that like really sparked
that
me.
will wake you up, and that's when I preach this on my show, that if your kid's a spoiled brat, or you're having problems with your kids or something like that, or you're feeling down on yourself, or you're feeling sorry for yourself or whatever, go spend a day down in Skid Row. Go down to the LA Mission, okay, and spend a day there, just volunteering for 2-3 hours, and it will give you a complete wake-up call, man. Big time. You know what I mean? Because these people are living on the street, not just for a couple hours. They're living every day, every night, every morning there. And for people, like I said, take your kids. If your kids are spoiled brats, go have them volunteer. They'll go, what do you want? You want me to take out the trash? You want me to trust me.
I mean, actually, I've got an interesting story. When I went through a rehab. I went in right before 2000, so I was in there in November of '99, and they sent us on these little vans to the burn center, the Children's Burn Center.
Oh, wow.
And so there we are, caroling, a group of us, just, trying to get off drugs and alcohol. And that was my first wake-up call. And then we did the Posada AIDS walk. And then from there, it was, like I said, going down to Skid Row. So that was how I just, just got involved in this work of service. I knew I loved helping people, but I mean, like I said, I came from the music business. I wanted to be a famous musician. I was a prodigy kid, so.
Right. You're a classical pianist.
Yeah, I was. I don't play like to the level I used to. I mean, I was playing 8 hours a day, so.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I was consumed.
Where'd you fit the drugs and and the booze in?
Well, yeah, exactly. It was commitment. Yeah.
Give me another line. All right. Anyways.
That's great. Yeah.
So you at 25, you sort of turned your life around.
Yeah.
And when did you become a minister?
Oh, but wait, the demon thing.
Oh, the demon.
I never answered the demon thing.
We'll talk about the demons later.
We'll talk about
after the break, we'll talk about the demonic influences in our lives. And I believe there are demons out there and evil. Well, of course, there's evil out there. But what made you become a reverend?
Okay, so this is my Carl's Jr. story. So everybody, a lot of people know this Carl's Jr. moment that I had. So I'm 28 years old. On my 28th, so I'm turning 28, August 28th, my golden year birthday.
Okay.
And so I am at this Carl's Jr. in Sun Valley, and I go through the drive-through, order my food, and there's this guy, and he asks me, do you want to get high? And I'm like, no, man, I'm clean, I'm sober. And the next thing we have this interaction that was truly life-changing. I mean, he ends up telling me, so, I used to be somebody. And I'm like, man, you still are. Like, don't give up hope. I didn't know what else to say other than like, just please don't give up hope. And next thing it's 3 in the morning, and there's this homeless guy. Like I said, he's probably maybe on crack or something like this. And
wow, you actually spoke to a guy like
we were just wrapping out
that late at night in Sun Valley. I mean, that's pretty heavy.
Well, I was always doing that, Gary. Like always, I've always been someone that'll like lean into those moments and
reach out to people.
Yeah, and just move on it if it seems appropriate, if it seems like it's
right,
safe.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, he told me his name, and meanwhile the food's not coming, and I'm thinking it was just one of those divine moments or what have you, and then that was it. Then I drove away, and I went, this is it. Like my life is. I'm committing to being a service, but I still didn't really know the ministry thing. I didn't really think that technically came in like 2009.
Okay, so you're sort of, but you had this vibe, this energy, this divine intervention in your life that sort of said, hey, I want to help people. I want to do something different with my life.
It was very clear.
It was very clear to you, right? Like God came to you and said, hey, this is what I want you to do. This is what I need you to do.
Well, I think for me, it was like because at the time, my formulation of like what is God and being a theist, yes, but like at the same time, it was this man really that did it, like God working through this man in Sun Valley, and so it was tremendous. I was just,
do you still talk to this cat, or that was it? That was it. Who knows? Maybe he was, some sort of angel that was on crack.
But these are the people I often have. Bless his heart.
Hey, there you go. And then he disappeared. Who knows? You never know. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if these things. I really believe in this type of stuff, and I believe that things are sent to you or done to you or whatever. For reasons, you know what I mean? Like what I'm going through with my brother, there's a reason we're battling this stuff, and I'm battling with him, So listen, we'll get into the demons, we'll get into all that stuff, and you're a very big activist, and we'll talk about all that stuff. All right, it is Controlled Chaos. We'll be back after this.
This is a 60-minute ride and think-along radio show with two guys that think personal responsibility is mandatory. Grown-ups shouldn't be able to get their feelings hurt with mere words. Elected officials should work for common people. Good morning, San Bernardino and the world. It's Controlled Chaos. 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 Controlled Chaos.
This is Gary Garver. If you're a coffee drinker like I am, enjoy special brews that have a unique taste, I have the perfect premium selection for you, Volcanic Red Coffee. Volcanic Red Coffee receives its great green coffee beans from all over the world. I dig the Panama Bouquet in the morning right before I do the Controlled Chaos radio show. Volcanic Red Coffee takes great pride in making sure your coffee is as fresh as if you picked the coffee beans yourself. If you want the freshest coffee experience, customized specifically for you and delivered to your door within just a few days of the coffee being roasted, Volcanic Red Coffee is the one to choose. Right now, Volcanic Red Coffee is offering a 25% discount on all coffee products. Go to volcanicredcoffee.com. That's volcanicredcoffee.com and type in the promo code KCAA25 to receive a 25% discount. That's promo code KCAA25.
Are you having trouble getting a good night's sleep? Is it affecting your work and personal life? Do you snore so loud that you rattle the walls? Well, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab will provide you with a personal sleep study to help you find out how to get a great night of rest. Snoring, weight gain, health issues, and stress are some of the contributing factors for lack of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab will do a complete study, including evaluating you with an overnight study of your sleep patterns. With locations in Glendora, Anaheim, Encino, and Los Angeles, South Pacific Sleep Lab can provide you with the help you need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by calling 310-999-1887 to schedule an appointment today. That's 310-999-1887. Start resting easy and sleeping sound today.
Are you ready to play some golf for a great cause? Well, it's time for the 13th annual Future Stars Charity Golf Tournament. This year's tournament will take place Monday, May 7th at La Cañada Flint Ridge Country Club. Your participation will help Future Stars provide hundreds of scholarships to the children that attend Future Stars basketball camp. A little effort from a lot of people can go a long way. Please participate by playing, donating, or attending the Future Stars Awards Banquet. Team winners this year will even have more opportunities to win amazing prizes and a fabulous vacation. Any act of kindness or generosity is greatly appreciated. For more information and to register, go to futurestarscamp.org/golf. That's futurestarscamp.org/golf. The Future Stars Charity Golf Tournament happening May 7th at La Cañada Flint Ridge Country Club. A great time will be had by all.
Donald Carpenter here. I'm the host of the Family Man's Faith and Finance Show Mondays at 3 o'clock. You know the number one reason married couples fight? Money. The number one lesson people wish they'd learn in school? Money. Listen, I've got over 20 years of experience in asset management and financial planning. Together, we can make the most of the money you make. We can take care of you and your family's finances. We can teach you how to build and strengthen a family financial fortress that can help protect you for years to come. We'll help you do it. Give me a call, 310-777-6777, and we'll help you manage these volatile markets and make better choices for your family's financial future. Call me, 310-777-6777, or shoot me an email, donald@f3assetmanagement.com. And don't forget to catch the Family Man's Faith and Finance Show Mondays at 3 o'clock on KCAA Radio.
I'm Jim O'Hare. I'm here to help raise awareness for CADASIL, a genetic disorder that affects 1 in 25,000 people. CADASIL can cause strokes in young adults, leading to memory loss and dementia. Patients may experience migraines with aura and mood disorders as early as 20 years old. Presently, CADASIL is being underdiagnosed and often misdiagnosed as MS or some other neurological disorder. So please visit curecadasil.org and learn more about this devastating disease and learn what you can do to help find a cure.
This is Jigga Jones. If you missed any part of the show, go back and check it out on iHeartRadio.
And I have no problem with Howard Stern.
Keeping the questions about the book.
Oh, that's it. No, you can ask me whatever you want, man.
Is that cool?
Cool, yeah.
Would you consider talking to Howard Stern again?
Like I said, I don't think Howard has any interest, so, it's fine. Not everybody in the world appreciates what somebody does. If a guy...
Evidently, if there's only 15 people at your book signing.
Not a fan, what are you going to do? It's his business.
Can you name 3 celebrities more arrogant than yourself?
Hartman shot.
Oh, the one. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, he was being nice. He was answering the questions.
They just read the paper, Howard.
You're the funniest man in the world, Howard.
Thanks, Dennis.
The man that Howard Stern fired and said he would never work in radio again. That's right. It's the second coming of Gary Garver.
Yes, it's the second coming of Gary Garver. Thank you. Or the third or fourth, I don't know. I've been in this business so friggin' long. What a roller coaster ride. All right, anyways, it is Control Chaos, KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. Gary Garver here with the Reverend, Reverend Felicia Perzider. And she's got her ministry, The Revolution of Love. And if somebody wants to, I may want to, can I come down and hear you rap? I can't.
No, not at all. Sorry. We're totally exclusivists.
Okay,
it's
fine.
not. It's Revolution of my love. No, of course. Yes, that would be wonderful.
Okay, where do you do it at?
So it's every other. We alternate Saturday evenings.
Okay, cool.
I'm calling it Saturday Night Live right now, or maybe I'll switch to Saturday Night Love.
Okay, Saturday Night Love. I like that.
Maybe Saturday Night Love.
Yeah, there you go.
And so the next one is April 14th.
April 14th?
Yes.
Okay, and where's it at? Where's it located?
It's at Faith Press Church in North Hollywood. So that's 5,000 Colfax Avenue. I'm doing a little plug here.
Well,
oh my God,
you gotta plug
shameless.
It. No, you have to. That's why you're here, so we can get the word out. And
Thank you,
if somebody wants some help or because going to church is one thing. Because I always feel like there's some other alternative being there or something like there's. I don't know. I go to church every now and then. I'll go. In fact, I wanted to go on Easter, but
Where do you go? Like what kind of church?
I'll just go to whatever church. I don't know. There's one down the street and stuff like that I'll walk down to and check out. Or I'll go to temple because I'm half Jewish every now and then. I'll just go do it. Just out of the blue. But there's other ways of being spiritual and stuff like that. And yours sounds really cool because tell us about what you first of all, how do people get a hold of you and how do people find out about this?
My website, FeliciaParazader.com.
Spell it. It's Felicia, and then how do you spell your last name?
I know it's a long one. Parazaider.
Okay, so if you want to go down there, it's in North Hollywood. Saturday nights at what time?
At 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Yeah, and it's like I said, the next one's April 14th, and then thereafter it's April 28th.
So it's every 2 weeks.
Right now until it grows a little bit more. And I should say, I had over 150 of these, Gary, in the Bay.
Really?
Yeah. So I've been doing this. At least I had quite a few in the Bay Area in Berkeley. That's where it launched back on 12/12/12, December 12th.
Wow. There you go. There you go.
That's auspicious.
There you go. And so anyways, and somebody wants to go down there, and everybody's welcome, I guess.
Oh yeah. No, everyone's welcome. And what's cool is that what I've been like to say is that if there's a religion that's going on, because the word religion actually comes from the Latin religare. I don't know if you know that.
I did not.
And so it means to bind together. So what binds the Revolution of Love together is, in fact, nonviolence. So the path of peace, the path of freedom, the path of forgiveness, the path of love. So you can be Baha'i, you could be Jewish, you could be Christian, you could be Sikh, you could be Muslim, Christian.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And
it's all denominations.
And I truly have had people from all backgrounds. I remember in the Bay, I had agnostics coming, and one was, people were like, "Is this cool? Can I?" And I'm like, "Of course it is."
What do you preach about? What's your message? Just the peace, love, yourself.
Yeah, myself. No, I'm kidding.
Yourself. Preach about yourself.
Yeah, no, gosh.
Typical. It's Hollywood. What do you want? You know what I mean?
Sir. No, I actually right now I just launched. It kicked off, I should say, the Hope Cycle, which is a teaching of mine that begins in the dark night of the soul. So, and it's a 7-stage process. It's so it'll be I'll have 6 more sermons on this Hope Cycle. So it begins, like I said, in this desert kind of experience, the dark night of the soul, which we've all had.
Right. I'm in it.
You're in it right now.
I was a couple of weeks ago, I'll tell you, or last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Well, this whole country is sort of showing that. So it starts there, and then it goes back to love, the ascension, I like to say, back towards love, and believing in the good, believing that there are things to live for.
Yes, I believe that's great. Because there is darkness in our lives. Everybody has that, and we need more light. It seems like everything's dark, and everything in the news is negative, and we feed off the negativity as a society. We need to feed off the goodness, and the light. And we were talking about off the air about demons and what I'm going through with my plight with my brother and stuff like that, where I really felt like the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I've talked about it on the air, people know about it, is that I really felt there was a demonic entity that was trying to take over my life and my brother's life. I mean, we went through, I'm telling you straight out, man, the last 2-3 weeks were total hell. I've been taking care of him for 4 years. He's my younger brother. He's 50. He's 53, and he has this crazy genetic disease called CADASIL that nobody can help. The doctors don't even know about it. Nothing, and it's tearing him apart. But it was weird. I've been able to handle it for 4 years, but the last 3 weeks, man, I really felt like there was this demonic entity or soul or whatever it was trying to take over us, and trying to drive a wedge between us and make me do crazy things or make me, I don't know. The crazy thing is on Easter, I had taken him to the emergency hospital 3 times in the last 2 weeks. The 4th time was on Easter Sunday around 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, man, this is insanity. This is just pure insanity. I mean, this is just nuts. I mean, I literally didn't get any sleep for 2 weeks. And so I dropped him off there, and I was like, I got to do something. So I beelined it straight to my grandmother. And she's been my spiritual light and soul. And I just asked her for help. I talked to her for about a half hour, and it's weird. It's a strange thing, Felicia. Ever since then, everything's gone back to normal. I felt like Monday morning, I felt this entity split, leave our household. Is that far-fetched, or is that something? Do you preach that, or do you believe in demons, or what's your vibe?
Yeah, well, as far as preaching, I don't usually go too deep into stuff like this,
Okay.
but I like that you did.
Because I'm telling the truth. I mean, this is what was going down. I mean, I really felt this. I mean, because I think I'm very spiritually in tune with, people and the outer being, the dimensions, the vibe, not here on. I don't belong on this earth, you know what I mean, as a human. I like the spiritual vibe, you know what I mean? I think that's what I was put on here for. That's why I feel, it sort of hits me like that.
Yeah, I call it the God realm. The God realm, yeah. Just to be clear, I have definitely experienced and witnessed, too, what I call spiritual warfare. Things that are...
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, that's what I call it. And I mean, even right before I moved to Los Angeles, which was in August, there was just, and this is when actually the eclipse was happening, and there were supposedly a lot of teachers were talking about all the energies, and that there was, and I'm not really well versed in all of that.
You don't
with
have
the
to be,
eclipse, but I'm a feeling person. I mean,
exactly.
I'm someone that can really,
you can feel it, sense it, and feel it. Yeah, that's how I feel
and
too.
I mean, on my trip, from the Bay down, everything, it took us 2 days. My parents, God bless them, they came to help me with this move. Nothing went right. I got a blowout on the 5. Next thing, we're in Coalinga. We're in a freaking Motel 6.
Oh my God.
Stuck there for the night. And that's where remember the cows? You can smell
of course,
all of that. And it's right by the prison. And I'm going, what in God's name is happening? And it was just... And there had been a tremendous amount of change going on in my life leading up to this move.
Right.
And so it was actually a really tough time, but I just...
Here, this is what I'm talking about, this type of entity, this weird, whether you want to call it demonic or
warfare,
spiritual warfare entity was trying to stop you from doing your thing down here.
And my mom was like, Felicia, I think you're and then by the time Coalinga happened, she goes, oh my gosh, it's true. We're never going to get there. but we did.
But you made it.
Made it, and here we are.
And everything's going good down here?
Everything has been amazing. I literally, it's I hit the ground running. I've been doing anything. I think I've been doing more here in LA than I even did in the Bay. There's just so many people that I've seen doing incredible activist work. LA... I have to be honest, when I left here back in 2006, Gary, I yelled off my balcony in Sherman Oaks on Sepulveda, there where I was living, "So long, suckers!"
Yeah.
I was just done. I was done with this place. I was like, oh, it's all just material.
Yeah.
And, this place really has a heart. It really does. There's so many people, like I said, in the last 6-7 months that I've been here,
Well, that's good to hear because
Yeah.
I grew up out here too. I grew up in the Valley, and I was born here in LA and stuff like that. And it feels like there's so many people here, and they come from all different countries and counties and states and whatever. Sometimes I think people forget who they are, when they move to LA and try to be something else. When all you have to do is be yourself, you know what I mean? You have to put up this persona, this weird vibe or energy, especially because it's the entertainment capital of the world and things like that. So, I always say, like, I want a big earthquake to hit so everybody that will get the hell away, get out. You know what I mean?
That did happen, and remember Northridge, people
I know, it was
literally
great.
took off.
Yeah,
like,
94 earthquake. I
Yeah.
was loving it. I was like, oh man, it's so nice. You can drive on the freeways now, and everybody's nice and friendly again because it really shook everybody up.
That was-
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
that was frightening.
It usually takes something like that, a tragedy, to wake people up, which is sad. I mean, they should just wake up on their own. But well, that's cool. I'm glad you're down here. Now you've done a lot of activist work. Tell us, you walked 200 miles through the Nevada desert against nuclear proliferation for peace.
Yeah, actually, and I think
That's a long walk.
It's boy, am I exhausted! Oh my gosh.
Worse than the freeway this morning? Which was worse, the freeway or the walk? Tell
Probably
me
the freeway.
Of course it was.
Yeah, probably the freeway. I'm still getting used to these because the freeways are worse now. Than
They're
when I
way
lived.
worse,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm still
God.
getting used to it. But
That's nuts.
But I think it's more like, because I've done this peace walk. So this is with an organization called the Nevada Desert Experience, and they've been going to the Nevada test site, which is considered one of the most bombed places on the planet.
Right.
And so they've been going there since the 80s. And this is when, back in the 80s, nuclear proliferation, that was on, the forefront.
That was on the
Everybody's-
map.
On the map, yeah. It was like the trendy kind of issue, you know.
Right.
And so, hundreds of people, well, maybe I would say probably a couple hundred, would do the walk then. And now it's a good amount. There's probably 50 of us. So since 2011, I've been doing that walk, which is, I think, about 65, 70 miles.
Really?
So I missed like 1 year.
Wow,
so
that's
I think
cool.
I'm actually over my 200. That's an old bio.
Oh, okay, well, I don't know. You sent it to me. So
I should. Yeah, I should have upped it, right?
Updated it.
Yeah, and I don't wear the platforms that I'm wearing today.
Oh,
when
you don't
I
wear
do-
the platforms?
I know, no, sans
no high heels.
platforms, no. So,
But you do a lot of stuff. I mean, you're a big time activist and stuff like that. I think that's very cool because we need more of this stuff. I mean, we sort of lost touch with reality with all this. What's going on in our politics and just the craziness
Yeah.
of it all, man. I mean, what do you think of Trump? Just
well, what I say, because I think I've mentioned him on my Facebook probably 3 times, directly mentioned him.
Oh, did
so
you?
for me, like everything I talk about is like the dynamics of violence and structural violence and direct violence and all different kinds of ways that finds us, whether it's school shootings or bullying or war.
Yeah.
So for me, I haven't actually directly mentioned him as much as I've gone more to like a core issue. Like, let's get real. Let's talk about why someone like him is even in office. So,
Yeah.
So that's
why. What happened?
Yeah. What the heck happened? But but no, it's seriously, like, so I actually will often say he's kind of an archetype. I think he's an archetype for, oh goodness, all these different forms of
hatred.
I was gonna say that. But I don't. And the thing is like I do feel a certain amount of. I mean, you've got to think about someone that is that disconnected from, because we all come in these little babies, right? These little beings that I believe are connected to what I call God, and so to be that fragmented, like seriously fragmented, his psyche is split. Like, I mean, it doesn't make sense. So as someone who studied a lot of psych, I see that in him with the levels of, of fragmentation and blah, blah, blah.
It seems like he's like insecure in a way. You know what I mean? Because when you bounce off ideas, you say one thing and then you turn around and do the complete opposite or whatever. And I guess there was a story this morning I was reading about him having private dinners at the White House with all these high rollers that he used to do back in the day so he can stay connected to how his life used to be. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
The stuff with the girls and all this coming out. And, he knew all about this stuff and he still ran for president. And then he said, it's all lies. It's all lies, and we know it's not all lies. So it's just weird. I mean, it's just the whole country is completely screwed up. I don't know what we're gonna do. It's scary. I mean, we got 3 more years of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he's gonna like push the button or whatever, but I'm talking about the negative aspects of our society because it's not gonna end until he goes away eventually, I think. You know what I mean?
And he emboldened, I think, and you hear people say this a lot, that he really emboldened a lot of people's hatred and their own split within. So,
he gave these people a voice. He gave the white supremacist a voice. He gave, these people that they want to destroy all the plans that we had for helping the green environment go, stuff like, I mean, it's just weird. All this stuff is like he's doing completely the opposite of what Obama did, just to maybe piss Obama off. I don't know. Who knows what the hell's going on here? I don't even know. Well, hey, listen, let's talk about it quickly because we only got a couple more minutes. So your dad founded Chicago. Tell us a little bit about that. The band Chicago.
Yeah, the band Chicago. So Pop was, he grew up in Chicago.
Right.
Who knew?
Really?
Who knew? Yeah. Hoboken, New Jersey.
It's called the Hobokens.
That'd have been a great name, right?
Right. That would.
So yeah, he founded the band. He had this idea to put a rock band together with horns and have that classical influence, the jazz influence, and of course the rock bass. And Hendrix, I guess, was one of the people that really discovered the band. I mean, they were playing the Whiskey A Go-Go.
Really?
Yeah, and he came up to my dad and tapped him on the shoulder. My dad turned around and Hendrix was looking at him. He's like, "You guys are awesome. I got to take you on the road." And my dad just went, "Did someone slip me acid?"
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
It was like, and then they were with Janis Joplin and Big Brother and the Holding Company. That was another big moment.
Which one's your dad? Is your dad in this one? Is your dad in the picture there?
Mm-hmm. So one? Down there on the right.
On the right. This is your pops right here. Yeah. All right. Cool, man. Yeah. Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
That's Pop. So.
And so everything's cool. I mean, because you said you went through it. Was your dad there to help you out when you're going through your?
Well, I mean, honestly, that's definitely part of the story. I mean, like, you can imagine my dad wasn't around a lot, but
right.
I mean, what could you do, and there's no ill will around that. It's just, he wasn't around much. I mean, it was like, I think a lot of, and this is something I might even want to work on, is bringing together the kids of like people and
the entertainment field.
Yeah, thank you. I'm like trying to get it out. Like maybe it's still early in the morning, but yeah, I think it happens to a lot of the people growing up around this. I mean, I've seen that. Like I've gotten actually the ability to help some of those folks now that were like me that. Or maybe struggling with drugs or alcohol, and because you would think, oh, well, it's all perfect. So like, what problem could you have ever had?
Right.
And granted, there's a lot of, I mean, you do grow up with privilege, so I'm not saying you do grow up with that. I mean, I grew up, as I was telling you on the break, down the street. I mean, across from Aretha Franklin.
Wow.
But you know what? Everybody has a plight, and everybody has a story, and not everything looks like it. As glitz and glamour.
Yeah. That's what
the
entertainment field is. You think it's all beautiful and all that.
Sometimes it's chaos.
It is complete chaos, not even controlled. Well, Felicia, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. And if somebody wants, you're doing your ministry on April 14th. Once again, 14th. Tell us the address and where it's at and how to get a hold of you.
Yes, it's so at Faith Presbyterian Church in North Hollywood, and that's 5000 Colfax Avenue in the patio room, or you could just go to FeliciaPerizator.com.
You're on Facebook too.
I'm on Facebook. I'm on the Twitters, Tweeties, whatever. It's everything.
Instagram.
I'm working. I just started the Insties. Yeah, I'm doing it all now. So.
All right, but I want to ask you: do you have a flip phone?
Oh no!
There you go.
What is that?
That's something ancient that I use.
God help you.
Thank God has helped me. See the road. See, I don't have any GPS on this thing, so I don't have to worry about it. I never get lost.
I love it.
Except for in my own mind. All right, listen. Check out Felicia, and I'll come down April 14th and check it out. Yeah, I'll definitely come down and hang out 7 p.m. And just check out Felicia Perizator, Zader, right? Zader.
Yeah.
Perizator, and check out her ministry, man. If you want some help, you want to hear some good word, and you don't want to go to church, you want to go somewhere hip and cool. Sounds like it's going to be hip and cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of music. We're going to have music by Renee Collins.
All right.
So, live music. It'll be fun. Like very much like a revival.
It's a revival. I need to be revived. I'll tell you right now.
Revival.
I need some revival. I'll tell you straight out. I'm hurting right now. So anyway, whoa. There's your dad.
Yeah, there he is.
He just came here. There he is. What does he play? What do he play?
Saxophone.
Saxophone.
That's him on the horns.
That's him more on the right here. Right here.
There he is.
There he is. All right, listen. It is Control Chaos. You guys have a great Thursday. And I'll see you mañana. Yes. And Felicia, thank you so much for showing up.
Thank you so much, Gary.
Anytime you want to preach, baby, preach.
Thank you, Gary.
All right. You guys have a great day.
25 or 6 to 4. Staring blindly into space, getting up to splash my face, wanting just to stay away, wondering how much I can take. Should I try to do some more? 25 or 6 to 4.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
I'm Stephanie Shelton.